It's gonna be a blast with a super sweet podcast. End of the week, Friday to Sunday, ayy. Ayy. The start of the weekend, fun Friday, the start of the weekend. Again, the start of the weekend, fun Friday, the start of the weekend. Again, we out.
Welcome to the Super Sweet Friday Morning Podcast. My name is Dream Crusher and I'll be your host. Self-care is the way we take care of ourselves, like being hygienic and working out. Today we have stories from residents from the Youth Services Group Home talking about how they practice self-care. Our first speaker is Blue Ivy with a piece about how, in good and bad times, self-care is important.
In the past, personally, I used to turn to alcohol. No matter what kind of alcohol it was, I always took it. Personal self-care wasn't hard physically. I still took care of myself on the outside, but what I didn't realize is that I was destroying important cells in my body. Once I realized I was destroying important cells, I immediately stopped. I realized what I was doing to myself and tried all I could to take care of myself. Self-care is now an important role in my life, and I look forward to growing and maturing with self-care in the appropriate ways.
Our second speaker is Zelo, talking about finding ways to step outside of our situation for a little bit.
When I'm feeling some type of negative emotion, I keep my mind occupied. I can read, even write down how I'm feeling instead of keeping it bottled up. Allowing to stack negativity on negativity may just cause the problem to be bigger than it has to be. An explosion I may not be able to tame if I allow it to get bigger than it already is. Taking care of what I should right then and there will help me most definitely in the long run.
Our third piece is from Lil J about how friends help him keep his head up.
It is important to have a friend or a good role model in your life to keep you from bad things. You can help each other stay away from drugs and fights. It can be easier to stay away from things like drugs and alcohol. Positive people can prevent you from negative behavior. That's when you have someone looking out for you.
Next, we have an original song by The Rough.
Hey, taking it back to that 90s old school hip hop flow. Here we go. It's been a long time, so yeah. Here's a story of a kid that didn't have food in his crib, Cheerios on his lips, and throw up on his bed. 10 years old, already getting suspended because of fighting in the halls and writing on the stalls. Every single day, my mother will get a call. No improvements, no different results. Never took kindly to back talk or insults. All of you with bad luck, sprinkle you with salt. Only 11, already getting charged with assault, and it's all my fault. Hit him with the chorus rough. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Watch me break that's on the stage. Watch my brother paint a train. Bunch of fakes all up in this game, but you probably remember my name as I spit words off the brain like a dictionary. The rough, the rough, the rough, the rough. The roughest of the toughest, the rough, the rough. The rough, the rough, the rough, the rough. The roughest of the toughest, the rough, the rough. The rough, the rough. But the struggle in my life is the reason why I'm alive. I will fight, push and strive even if nothing seems right. I'm allergic to the fake and addicted to the truth. Making all these funky beats, spitting in his booth. Never speak no lies, spit nothing but the truth. If you was me, then what would you do? Got my own crew. Checkmate squad, Cloud Pack Productions, homeboy, what it do? Watch me break that's on the stage, watch my brother paint a train. Bunch of fakes all up in this game, but you probably remember my name as I spit words off the brain like a dictionary. The rough, the rough, the rough, the rough, the roughest of the toughest, the rough, the rough, the rough, the rough, the rough, the rough, the roughest of the toughest, the rough, the rough, the rough, the rough.
Next, I interview our mentor Gabby with Uma about how some habits aren't long-lasting ways to take care of ourselves.
Some things that make my life difficult sometimes. I feel like my depression. Even if I'm in like a good place, there's always something that's keeping me back, which is my depression. Because, I don't know, it's hard for me to find happiness sometimes, even though really there is happiness and I'm getting everything that I want. But I just don't feel happy. I do smoke weed to help me, I don't know, just feel numb, I guess. Like I'm not in the real world. Like I get to, I don't know, I feel free, like I get to do whatever I want. It doesn't change the fact that I'm depressed because, I mean, it helps at the moment, it does, but your problems always come back once your high is gone. So, it doesn't really take it away. It takes it away for that time that you're using it, but when you're off of it, I don't know, sometimes I even feel more depressed not using it. When I first started using it, I didn't use as much, so it wasn't as expensive anymore. Or at first, it wasn't expensive at all. But then I started using more and more and more often, and then, like, I would never have money after. It takes my money, it does. Like, I don't always get the things I want. So I'm, like, sometimes I even ask, like, my mom for money, my dad for money. It sets you back from the things that you want to do. So, like, if you like having nice clothing or makeup, you have to choose between, do you want your weed or do you want to look nice, or one thing that I do now a lot is I listen to music, or I really enjoy running. I can do it for a very long time. Like I can run for maybe like 5 minutes straight, but it still helps me. I think I just like how, like, when I'm running, I feel like, I don't know, it's just peaceful to me when I'm running. And I do like to shower. It helps me cool down. Because when I'm angry or when I'm depressed or something, I like get heated. Like I for real, like my body like turns all hot and everything. So I go take a shower, I cool down, listen to music, go outside. For me, talking to an adult helps, like, to get ideas. So that's how I got my ideas. And I tried a few of them out. A few of them didn't work for me. And other things that work for me may not work for somebody else because they're different. Just try things out. Be open to things. Because at first I wasn't. It's really about helping yourself. Doesn't matter what others, think. Get yourself better in a better place. And
Next, a poem by me about overcoming a habit that almost ended my life. There once was this girl who was so lost in her own head she forgot what the outside world was. Putting herself down, not trying, she felt more down than she ever did, but once again, she couldn't get up. She started to use that bad friend. That friend made her feel sane, but everyone looked at her like she wasn't. That friend taught her bad things until soon she found herself into trouble. She didn't want that friend to hurt her anymore. She changed. She started to get up. She still talks to that friend, but not as much. She can finally breathe without something dragging her down. Our last song is by Young Jeb.
When my life gets tough and hard to handle, when I've had enough, I'm at a standstill. I pick up a book and scan the pages. I take a long look to calm my rages. I'm starting to feel good, I start to feel calm. This is what I should have done all along.
Thanks for listening to the Super Sweet Friday Morning Podcast. Stay tuned.